special. I really got to act this one up. Afternoon, sir, and welcome to the Apple Store. The name's Willie Loman, and I'll be offering you assistance should you need my expertise at all during your visit. Looking for anything in particular, or... okay. But speaking of browsing, did you know you could be browsing the web right out of the box with Safari, the world's leading internet browser? You purchase an iMac, MacBook, or MacBook Air today. Keep that in mind as you look around. MacBook Pro also. Forgot to mention that one. And to an obvious pro such as yourself. Anyway, any questions, give me a holler. Oh, I see you're eyeing the iPod Touch, a wonderful machine. I think I'll get one myself. After all, the man who can't handle today's tools is no man. Listen to this. Feist. Well, that's lifelike, isn't it? And that screen. Funny thing is, well, it's called the Touch. You hardly have to touch it all. The goddamn thing practically intuits your preference. That's not even half of it. So you've got a photo and portrait of, well, of a landscape, let's say. Make it easy. And you want to view that landscape in its correct orientation. All you have to do is, give it here a second. Rotate it 90 degrees like so, and would you look at that? Flips your image for you. Really now, this machine will knock you for a loop. That goes for a portrait and landscape as well. It works just the same. You just, Oh, sure, take your time. If you need anything at all, maybe some refreshing Evian water while you decide, why, you don't hesitate to ask. Willie here will take good care of you. Was that a yes on the Evian, by the way? Oh, son of a bitch, I keep forgetting we dropped that immediately. It's so hard to keep up these days. But listen, there's a vending machine right outside near the escalator, and I have my 10 coming up. You just say the word. Look, you seem like an upstanding type of guy, so let me be straight with you. I need this. I really do need this. For my boys, but most of all, for Linda, my dear wife. She's waited and she's suffered. Oh, how she's suffered. I'd like to bring her some good news for a change, and all it takes is you walking out of here with a new MacBook or that Touch we talked about. Hell, even a Nano would do. Now, I know you can do a Nano. The iPad, too. That's the spirit. Go big or go home, I always say. You know, between you and me, I had the idea for this some time ago. No, it's true. When they introduced the iPad last year, my boy Happy came home with one, and I said, gee whiz, that's really something. But I bet they could make one that's thinner and lighter and faster for the same price. Now that's an idea. That's $1 million idea. Yes, sir, Steve. I call him Steve. Really raised the bar with this. The man knows what he wants, and he goes out and gets it. But the bottom line is, he's well-liked. Lucky for me, that sort of thing's in my blood. My father was an adventurous man, an entrepreneur. Flutes mostly. And my brother Ben, he went into Silicon Valley at 17 and came out at 21, and by God, he was rich. I've even tried to get my son Biff to follow in my footsteps at the farm, but it's been slow going so far. He's always going on and on about sunshine and the satisfaction of working with his hands. He's the bare-chested outdoorsy type, clueless when it comes to the real world. Linda fears he's in for a rude awakening, and I know this from experience, some men simply take longer to find their calling. Lord knows he tried. That's one thing about Biff, he's not lazy. Takes after his old man that way. Now, wait just a minute, another salesman? Do I look like a salesman to you? Do you see this blue shirt? This blue shirt is worn by Apple Store specialists, thank you. Hell of a big difference. A salesman, that's someone whose family's livelihood depends on his meeting those numbers day in and day out. And sometimes you come home from a trip into the city without having earned a cent, not one red cent. Oh, a salesman's continually sucked bone dry until there's nothing left but a husk. But let me tell you something. You can't eat the orange and throw the peel away. A man is not a piece of fruit. At least not here at Apple, anyway. I know that sounds funny. Like, where are you going? I was just about to close. Oh, this close, Willie. This close. Thank you. Question. Yeah, that piece was on McSweeney's. You can find it there in the. A lot of questions tonight. Yeah, it's jeffalbers.wordpress.com.
Do you have a Twitter?
I do. That's Jeff R. Albers on Twitter. So stuff like that. Thank you.